Now right now I want to add some melody variations to this. So first thing I know that I will do is, instead of having these chords play, let me play this once. So I'm sure that I want a version of this that is actually flat, just like one chord. So one thing that goes off is this particular note right here. I can see that it's not in tune. It's like a whole step lower or something. Now that's better. That's better. Okay, now that's much better. So also I can hear some low frequencies on there. Okay, better. So first of all, I think that instead of this arpeggio, let me just find that. Now that's okay, but I think I'm just gonna copy all of that, double it, duplicate actually, and just delete that arpeggio and see if I can get in a melody. I'm gonna write by myself. Maybe not even in that sound. I'm gonna add a new MIDI track right there and another serum. Now, I know I have a sound for situations like this that I really like. And I found this preset, and this is what I called it, Michael Cossette, after one of my favorite trance projects. And it's progressive house, whatever that was in that era of 2000s. Now, let me see what that sounds like. Now that's really nice, really silky. So let me try to write something down on top of that. So we go from an F into an A and then into a G. So let's try something with the chords. I actually like that. I'm just gonna double that and see what I can do differently in this second piece since the chords change. So let's see how that's gonna lie with both of these. So this one has to be higher. Maybe that one can stay. Try to go downwards just like that. I don't feel like the timing for these is right, so I have to work on that a bit more. That's better. That's much better. So I can leave it at that. On what I could do actually is duplicate that and actually maybe duplicate the entire pattern just like that, and then change something in the second one. So introduce some variation to this melody. So what would be the right step to do that? Well, I could change the first part of it. So we have 1, 2, and then something different, then 2 again. So 1, 2, 3, 2. So I'd like to change this, and maybe not all of it, just this beginning. So maybe I can try this. Maybe with the timing, like that. Who knows? Actually, I changed the first one. So I can do this and that and just move them up. Okay, now. Okay, the timing is really bad, so okay, so that much of variation is enough for me. I have this melody, I can even join those into one, so I know that's 1 MIDI. And now I have some variation right there. Now, also have variation here where I have the arpeggio playing instead of that. Also, what I'd like to do really is on this pad that I have right here, I'd like to introduce some side chaining off the kick drum. I think it's gonna be more dynamic in this song than just, you know, being a plain carpet right there. So let me try that. What I'm also going to fix right here is this envelope that's affecting the filter. So I want that envelope to be even longer, like this. That's nice. Now, what about that other part? I'm gonna just duplicate all of this that I just had. See, so I have part A, I can even put in markers, so locators, ARP part, and I can put in another locator, say lead part, and I can put another locator right here and say flat part. Now in this flat part, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to remove this pad right there. I'm going to remove the lead, And on this, say this bass line, just gonna keep that, just like that. Just gonna duplicate that. That's it. And let me check about the melody and the chords. Just gonna keep the first chord. Done. Just like that. Duplicate that. Let me check what else is there. Yeah, these. So that's cool. So let's see what that sounds like. Just flat like that. I think that I'm going to keep just this last part of it right there and right there of the bass. So it goes like that. Yep, that's cool. I'm gonna save that. So now we have some melody variation. I think that right here, where we had this, maybe I could introduce a different note into this entire thing, into this pad. So yeah, a different note for the actual pad, for that pattern. It's not too much, it's just a little bit of something, but every little difference just makes it different and more interesting, hopefully. So we can do much more there. Well, usually I'd spend much more time just doing the melodies, just, fiddling with them for hours until, they're good. Or I would just start up just like this, just go on with the song and then, see as it goes, what I do need, what I don't need. So in the end, that arpeggio part might even, break off. Maybe I just use it for the breakdown, maybe just like this, So in that part where I have the arpeggio, I would just, let's say, remove the kick drum. Maybe the bass too. Yep, I think that's cool. I have 3 parts that can go on differently, especially this flat one. And I'm going to deal with the emptiness of that part later on.